Good day, dear colleagues. Good day, dear students. My name is Apokin Alexander, and I'm a general dentist, and I welcome you on our YouTube Rubberdamology channel, where we learn self-training educations for application rubberdam in mouth cavity of your patient. Today, I want to speak with you about very important thing: how to collect all that I talk about during previous lessons and exercises, and demonstrate some ergonomic principles to working with rubberdam with two jaws, because in the previous lessons we discussed only on one plastic model, lower jaw or upper jaw, and today we collect all these solutions together and show rubberdam isolation on two jaws. And in previous lesson we discussed how to organize rubberdam envelope by the classical way at the upper jaw, and today we speak about lower jaw and dental rubberdam envelope. Let's start to work with the plastic model, and today we isolate lower jaw tooth from 46 to 36 and use for this isolation two clamp, number 30A and 12A. I made such long isolation to show you that it's possible to make any type of isolation during your clinical work. And first of all, we need to check interdental spaces, because you must be able to insert rubberdam interdental space in any direction. So check it with floss ligature, dental floss in every interdental contact. Okay, it's possible. Our plastic patient opened its mouth in standard mount, so we can insert clamp and check its stability on selected tooth. Our clamp is used as an anchor clamp, and I insert these clamps and to the other side and check its stability. Slightly press by your fingertip at the clamp arc. Okay, very good. After that, we can remove clamps from our patients. It's very important. And when you start to making markup rubberdam perforation, patient can have a rest and close it mouth to have a rest for its muscles. For our work today, I'm using rubberdam plates Nicton, and I'm using Nicton medium, and I think this is the best rubberdam to use in clinical practice. So start to connecting your metal frame and rubberdam plate. It's very good idea to fix all this flexible material to metal frame, and if you're working with your dental assistant who held this material in his hand, it's not very stable and you can change location of perforation, and this is unusable strategy. So connect metal frame, very easy, to have equal space at the margin from the left and from the right, and have the much bigger space at the bottom. This is one variant. For upper jaw it's perfect, but for lower jaw it may be more useful to make equal distance also from the top retainers, like this. Add 1 centimeter at the top of your metal frame. It's better as it's easier to work with the lower jaw. Then we're starting to apply perforations. For lower incisors, the smallest size of perforation. For canines and premolars, bigger. And for molars, bigger one. Let's start. I work from the upper free part of my metal frame, and we start to make perforation at the center of my frame, both to the left and to the right symmetrically, and start immediately near this bottom margin of metal frame. In some cases, it's useful to make perforation directly from the bottom side, but check that all unnecessary material is above your puncture, so you did not perforate it twice, because this is error, mistake. I made linear 4 perforations for incisors, increase diameter for canines, and then it's more comfortable for me to make perforations for molars and premolars from the open part of metal frame. Increase diameter for molars. I finish my perforations. My clamp is already checked, and then we need applying it and fix it in the rubberdam perforations. I stretch perforations and insert only one wing of these clamps, number 12A, and then repeat it at the right side for the other clamp. We're ready. 2 wings from one side, 2 wings from clinical side. Very good. Adjust mouth of our plastic model and insert, release retainers from the bottom angles. Insert clamp forceps in clamp and connect one angle of rubberdam with the angle of your metal frame. Then place clamp directly in mouth of patient and fix it on tooth 36. Then don't ask to open wide mouth of your patient. Try to find with your forceps clamp and then very carefully fix it on tooth 46. Very good. After that, in the real life, your patient have lips and you have something like this picture, and then you need to fix bottom angles of rubberdam plate on your metal frame. At this moment, very important to start to release rubberdam from clamp, because in some cases clamp may maybe go out from tooth, and then you must repeat it. And when you release rubberdam plate from clampings, clamp will receive lower forces to remove from tooth. I use peelers to help me work inside my patient mouth. It's very easy, and I don't need to touch it with the hand because this is not comfortable for patient. Use only probe and pillars. Ready. Okay. After that, the next of our stage is fixing rubber dam plate to middle retainer. Very good. And then, because we have lower forces from rubber dam to clamp, now we can stretch additional our rubber dam and fix it on the middle retainers. And then we apply incidental parts of rubber dam between tooths. Very carefully and remove it laterally. Sometimes this stage will take the most time of applying rubber dam. Sometimes it's useful to apply rubber dam perforations by stretching it and pressing over incidental contacts. With the rubber dam from Micton, it's very easy. And then you need only applying in premolar area incidental parts of rubber dam between tooths. Very good. We need separate exercise for inversion. So, and I repeat small part of information from it for you today, that if you need inversion, apply dental floss around maybe premolar, and I made it from the other side that will more useful for you. Make a cross and move until your rubber dam go to cervical area. Very good. But the main idea of this exercise is making stressless envelope around this frame, even you have a tension of rubber dam. And always start to reduce tension at the upper angles of your metal frame. Very good. Sometimes you may say to your patient that close your mouth as it possible for you, and sometimes he touch clamp arc, and I say please don't press harder because you move clamps, but if you want to have a rest for your muscles, it's enough for me for work at this stage. And we continue to reduce the tension of rubber dam. Then middle retainers, the same. We reduce tension because we have angles of mouth of patient from both sides, and don't need to stretch it very hard. And then at least we fix bottom angles, and we need straight line of our free margin of our rubber dam plate from the left and right side, and at least we fix our central bottom retainer. Of course, we able to make envelope. It's very easy. Always my assistant symmetrically made the same from the left side. Invert free rubber dam margin inside the metal frame. Hold it with a few fingers. Pull down this angle of corner of rubber dam and put it over the upper left retainer. Hold it with your fingers and remove finger from this corner of rubber dam. repeat it from the right side. Very good. Also hold your rubber dam, and now you can very easy put rubber dam symmetrically to the left and right bottom retainers. Very good. Now you can work. You can adjust the size of opening mouth by patient if you need additional space for mirror, maybe for probe, if you need this. It's very easy. And then, of course, if you need to work with suction or your assistant, you can place it. But every time I work with suction, I remove this cover to have a smaller piece inside rubber dam isolated area. Of course, it's more comfortable for me because it have a big difference in work such way or such way. It's smaller, it's more comfortable, and it's not very comfortable to work with such hook because we did not have enough material to take it with our fingers, and if we made hook at the other end, it's very good and it's very comfortable. This is good, but this is not so universal for me as this variant, because the hand of my assistant don't close light or other space or view for me, and of course remove cover every time. Working with ligatures at the lower jaw. If I decide to use ligatures from the dental floss, I must think about fixation of the end of these ligatures. It's very easy, and we have 3 positions, right, left and middle, and I made 1 floss ligature. We start from the left side, and we make double ligature, make loop, again repeat it above the first loop, and we have very good knot, and I place it with 2 fingers around mesial and distal contact points of tooth number 34. Check position of ligature with the probe and slightly move until I fix it where I need. And then we need to fix this end of ligature. In this angle we have a lip of my patient, and it's very good to press to the floss ligature to move the lip of patient down and have more space and more field for view. Release 1 angle retainer and cross it with the ligature. Move around screw and close it with a retainer at the middle of left side of frame. After that, we can make envelope from only one side if we need. Of course, we can repeat the same from the right side. But for example, I repeat it at the middle of this synthetic clinical situation. Making floss ligature, double ligature, knot, fix it around maybe tooth number 41. Hold this loop with the probe and fix it. Ready. Very good. Look at this at the macro camera. Very nice. And then we can use fixation. Let's free Rubberdam some more comfortable for me for this model. And for middle retainer, we can also fix it and use it as a only point for fixation. And then take it around right retainer and move around the frame. 1 or 2 times, it's enough. And of course close it with the envelope. Move it top direction and close. Very good. Every time check that upper teeth is closed by Rubberdam. Good. Another variant. If you have enough floss plate, you can make fixation not for right bottom retainer, but made it around central retainer, right retainer, and screw. The same, it's more easier. And then close with envelope. Very good. Removing all this isolation from our patient when our clinical work is finished. First of all, we need to remove ligatures. This is the first step. Remove envelope, release all knots from ligatures, and immediately place Rubberdam back. Repeat it from the right side, release and pull back. And then using probe to release this knot from tooth and very, very gently remove the loop of dental ligature. Repeat it from the left side, and only after that we can remove clamps from the one side, very gently from the other side. Hold with finger Rubberdam and very, very carefully remove it from interdental spaces to avoid pushing saliva directly from the mouth of your patient. Remove. After that, check Rubberdam that all interdental parts will be removed. If you lose some parts, try to find it with the ligature between tooth of patient. If you work with the class 2 restoration, contact points, cervical area, and if already, you can finish your work. I hope you like this demonstration. If you have any questions, feel free to ask it in the comments below. And don't forget to share this video with your friends and colleagues. See you soon. Goodbye.